I'm definitely impressed, Ken, for all the updates you've brought from our local front. But Ghanaians, this is the time for us to do business. And we're starting from the textile industry. In some few months past, lots of pressure in that industry. Has anything changed now? Is there sensitization? We'll give you the details in the stories as retailers in the Upper West region have been taking through a sensitization workshop to enable them differentiate between pirated textiles and legitimate Ghanaian textiles. At least they know the difference this time. The Ministry of Trade and Industry believes since the Upper West region is the leading producer of cotton, there is the need for the retailers to differentiate between the trademarks to enhance production.
National Crusade Against Trade in Pirated Ghanaian Textiles, organized by the Ministry of Trade and Industry, was aimed at educating retailers on how to determine pirated products in the Ghanaian market. Retailers were taken through determination of original trademarks from imitation. The chairman of the task force and director of the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Apia Donyina, advised retailers to be extra vigilant.
When you buy from outside Ghana, you are giving employment to people outside Ghana. When you buy from China, those workers there are the ones who are employed. You become their employer, but you pay for them to be kept in employment. So although government has not banned importation, it will be in the interest of every individual to buy things that are made in Ghana, so that we'll keep people in employment.
Member of Parliament for West Central Constituency, Alhaji Rashid Pelpo, also expressed worry about the influence of pirated products in the country.
Okay, so it's now time for us to check contributions into the internally generated funds. We just want to find out who is contributing more. But looking around, now I'll tell you what the municipals and district assemblies are actually contributing. Now, only 20% of their internally generated funds to government in 20%. That's the municipal assembly. So government, through the Minister of Finance, Seth Terkper, has described the amount as woefully inadequate and pitiful. That's notwithstanding, the Canadian government has pledged to provide $1.2 million to develop the technical capacity of the assemblies to track and collect revenue in Ghana.
Government in 2012 only collected 138 million cedis as internally generated funds for metropolitan assemblies across the country. In 2013, it collected 442,000 as internally generated funds. This indicates a drop of about 216,000 cedis. Minister of Finance Seth Terkper has described it as pitiful.
In 2012, the total IGF generated by the 216 MDAs was only 138 million Ghana cedis. I say only in the context of the potential of IGFs in this country. It is a pity that our MMDAs are not able to collect anything close to 1 billion Ghana cedis, which I believe is feasible by putting the proper structures in place.
According to the ministry, property rates from the assemblies between 2010 and 2012 accounted for 27.5% and dropped to 15% in 2013. The ministry also in 2013 spent 423 million cedis to settle salaries of staff at the various metropolitan assemblies. The sector minister, Seth Terkper, has expressed worry about the gradual drop in the internally generated funds.
The top 10 MMDAs, considered as well endowed with natural resources as well as capacity to mobilize resources, particularly from property taxes, accounted for 65.8 million or 48% of the total. The last 10 assemblies, which are considered less endowed, on aggregate collected less than 1 million, 442,000 Ghana cedis, representing only 0.3% of total IGF.
For these reasons, the Ministries of Finance and Local Government and Rural Development has organized a workshop to assist assemblies mobilize revenue effectively. Discussions among the participated assemblies will also focus on training skilled people to manage and audit assembly funds and also weaning agencies from government subvention. Minister for Local Government and Rural Development, Akwesio Ponfosu, charged MMDAs to be wary of abusing resources.
There are instances where some MMDAs initiate outsourcing of IGF without proper contract agreements. You will recall that in recent times, some companies to which MMDAs have outsourced their IGF collection have sued the MMDAs on issues bordering on improper contract agreements for the collection of IGF. Some of these arrangements are fraught with challenges which, in my opinion, have led to the loss of revenue to these MMDAs.
An economist and a presidential staffer, Dr. Nimoy Thompson, revealed Cabinet has approved a document to assist assemblies.
Cabinet has approved the public-private partnership PPP model and the local economic development policies led as critical drivers for generating necessary funding for local development. These are providing opportunities for local level of development, and assemblies must position themselves to take advantage of these. Indeed, assemblies must have their own money which they control and not have to wait for transfers from the central government or development partners.
All right, so let the others pass on information. We do business, and it came to you live from Adesanwe. My name is Kwekutimi. Stay up. We're bringing you sports shortly.